targets, which in the first place,
What
it
is
not
wrong with
able.
commitment? We are committed to the Filipino people. What's wrong with giving our commitment?
Your Honor,
Your
Yes,
Honors.
yes.
My name is
Good morning.
Romy Balangkit from the DBM, and I'm the chair of the DBCC Executive Technical Board. DBCC stands for Development Budget Coordination Committee, wherein its members are the economic managers, Your Honor.
Yes.
And they're responsible for targeting the deficit program over the medium term.
Yes. So my question was, how much was our budget deficit in 2024?
Around 1.5 trillion,
Yes.
Madam
So
Chair.
was the government able to cover this entirely?
Yes, but we even exceeded our deficit to GDP target of something like 5.6, and we breached it to 5.7, unfortunately.
So we had extra money?
Yes.
Yes. Where did you use the extra funds that we generated?
Okay, so...
So
when-
we had a deficit and we were able to cover the deficit within the fiscal year
Yes.
in 2024.
Yes,
Yes.
that's correct, ma'am. Because...
So where did we source the funding for the deficit?
Okay, so the Treasury, when it borrows money, either from inside or outside, it would be using money for deficit financing and also for paying the principal amount.
All right. So nangungutang tayo
Nangungutang tayo, ma'am,
para may
punuan
pambayad tayo
sa hindi
sa
kayang
ating,
mapunan
sa hindi
ng BIR.
natin kayang
I-collect.
punuan.
Yes.
So,
At saka-
gumagastos tayo ng sobra-sobra sa ating kita.
Yes, nangyayari po yun. Nangyayari
oo.
po
Lagi
yun.
bang nangyayari yun?
Last year, we breached also the deficit.
We breached because we
deficit-
borrowed.
We borrowed, yes.
Yes.
We keep on borrowing.
Magkanong inutang natin? Kung di tayo imutang, meron pa rin tayong deficit.
Lagi po tayong may deficit.
Lagi tayong may utang.
Hanggang 2030, ang target po ng DBCC ay may deficit pa rin, but ang kailangan mangyari is yung deficit GDP ratio should be a downward trajectory. Kasi habang meron tayong deficit, tumataas pa rin yung accumulated debt natin. But it should
Natural.
it should not actually worry us if the expenses that we are using for the borrowings that we are getting from abroad or from domestic would be used for increasing the size of the economy. So maganda pong tingnan, Your Honor, na yung debt over GDP, dapat bumabagsak din po yan, pababa ng pababa, over the medium term. So, meaning, nothing to worry if the accumulated deficit or debt is increasing for as long as the size of the economy is also increasing.
Nothing to worry.
That's the position of the economic managers because we've been running
Nothing to worry.
at a deficit.
Kahit na mag-deficit, kahit na malubog tayo sa utang, okay lang. Basta nag-grow yung economy natin.
At nakakapagbayad po tayo, ma'am.
Nakakapagbayad tayo ng principal and interest.
Correct po, ma'am.
Okay. So, yung mga utang na yan, kailangan iutang kasi hindi natin ginagamit yung sources for the unprogrammed appropriations. Diba? Kung walang divide, kung hindi natin nilagyan ng category, o ito para to sa utang, itong isa naman ito para ito sa unprogrammed funds. Kung nawala yung ganong divide, unahin natin yung pag-cover ng budget deficit natin. Covering the program funds. Kasi priority natin yon, di ba?
Correct po, ma'am.
Okay. Sabi nyo nga, standby lang yung ano natin. Pero ang nangyayari, mas inuuna nating punuan yung unprogrammed funds. Hindi ba? Tama.
Kasi po, sa DBM yung nangyayari.
Kasi pinaghiwalay natin yung sources. Pinaghiwalay. Yun ang sinasabi ko na parang superficial lang. Just to justify the funding for unprogrammed funds. Iniiwas natin siya sa budget deficit, pero talaga namang related yan sa budget deficit natin. Di ba? Kasi lahat ng pang-cover natin sa budget deficit, inuutang din lang naman natin. Samantalang, yung mga nagko-cover ng UA, hindi natin yun inuutang lahat. Hindi ba meron tayong excess tax collection? Do meron ding utang.
Meron din po, ma'am.
O, kaya nga, pareho lang sila. Utang dito, utang doon. All right. All right. Has it happened that at some point in the fiscal year, the unprogrammed appropriations shall have already been fully funded, while our deficit still is not fully funded?
Ma'am, yung history po, hindi po lahat ng UA na pupondohan. In the past, I could
O
mention...
hindi siya napupondohan lahat?
Yes.
Okay. Mga ilang porsyento ang hindi napupondohan?
For example, yung 2023,
Yes, Chief.
out of the 807 billion na UA sa GAA, ang na total releases lang, I'm sorry, I have not complete.
Yes, it's
not
all
complete.
right.
So
I
it's
think
not
we all
complete, yeah.
deserve a health break.
Credit rating, it has to do with the economy.
Yes. So, credit standing. It's okay. For program funds, we borrow. Correct? We
Yes, Your
borrow
Honor.
to cover funding. And for unappropriated or for unprogrammed appropriation, we also borrow money. So what credit standing is at stake when they are merged under one classification?
Your Honor, or maybe the technical expert may explain it better than
Yes,
I can.
please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll try my best. Well, normally, if you have only programmed, then that would be the one program expenditure. Then that would be the one that would require the borrowings, the deficit. But if you put more, like if you merge, including the UA and program appropriation, so you'll be having a bigger spending, and that would require bigger amount of borrowings.
Loans.
Yes.
Alam mo, pag may borrowing ka for program funds na 100 billion, and then sa unprogram funds 100 billion, it's a matter of addition. There's only one borrower, the Republic of the Philippines.
Yeah.
So bakit mo siya i-split pa?
Ma'am, if I may elaborate.
Yes.
Yung for the unprogrammed funds, unprogrammed appropriations na borrowings, we normally put it there at the NEP level simply because it has not been approved at the ICC level. So we would want...
ICC.
Yeah, ICC is the Investment Coordination Council, which
It's a
approved...
different ICC I have in mind.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. So this is the one that is headed by DepDev, and they're the ones approving the ODA loans.
Okay yun.
Pero kasi yung pumapasok sa UA, ito po yung hindi nasasama sa
Alam mo,
NEP.
lahat yan matter of law eh. Law lang yan eh. Pass a law, di ba, merging the program. What's wrong with that? Tapos uutang ka, piecemeal. But in the end, pareho lang ang suma total.
Your Honor, may
Yes,
I, be
yes,
allowed?
Soljan.
Thank you, Your Honor. One consideration that I am thinking of if we combine in only one, and that will be considered as programmed appropriations, then that means that we are asking the executive to commit to meet those targets, which in the first place
What
it
is
not
wrong with
able.
commitment? We are committed to the Filipino people. What's wrong with giving our commitment?
Your Honor, giving a commitment to a certain amount of revenue that it is able to earn. So that, for example, for a household, there will be basis as to what amount a family can project as its revenues, which will be based on its salaries or based on the historical result of their business. And even if they desire to earn more, but more often we could not ask for a commitment if it is really not based on something that they could deliver.
Yes, we can commit only what we can earn and what we can spend.
Yes,
Correct.
Your Honor.
So it also prevents overspending. All right. I'll go to the next. Your excuse, sir. Thank you. Madam Solicitor General, who sets the target revenue at a given time?
The target revenue is the DOF or the DBCC. Your
Siya
Honor.
ulit?
Yes po.
Okay. Yes. Would you like to come back? All right. Thank you. Do you take into consideration, sir, the total cost of program appropriations when you set the target revenue? Yes?
When you say total cost
Yes.
of appropriation,
Total cost for program appropriations when you set the target revenue.
yes.
Yes, of
because
course.
we have a tolerable level of deficit that is also being planned for each year.
All right.
So, and then DOF, Department of Finance, would tell us how much they could only afford to collect in a given year, for
All
example.
right. So, is it possible that the target revenue would be set lower in order to create an excess revenue collection?
It would be difficult for me to answer that
Yes.
because that's actually the activity of the Department of Finance. What they would be doing at the DBCC would just be presenting their figures and for the economic managers to approve those numbers.
All right. So,
But
as an
to,
expert as well in economics and budget, is that possible? That to adjust the excess or create an excess of revenue collection beforehand, the target is already lowered. Can it be done? It's theoretically. I'm not saying you're doing it.
yeah, meaning they can target a lower standard, lower bar, so
standard.
that they can breach it anyway.
Yes, so that
down the
that
line.
can be done. Yes.
Theoretically, yes,
Yes.
Your Honor.
In order to create an excess revenue collection, correct? To cover the
Either to finance the unprogrammed appropriation or to reduce the deficit.
or reduce the deficit. Which one comes first?
It depends on if, for example, there's a certificate. Let's say if we are in the month of May, and there's a budget request coming from the DBM to finance an unprogrammed appropriation item, then we would work on the submissions.
So it's the DBM that determines
If
which one should be given priority. The programmed items or the unprogrammed items?
we would be working on the availability of certified excess revenues, Your Honor.
All right.
So if there are no certification coming from the Bureau of Treasury, then we simply say
Yes.
no to those implementing agencies who are requesting for unprogrammed
So
appropriation.
theoretically speaking, excess revenue collection can be generated because it is subject to adjustment by setting a lower target revenue.
But for planners, Your Honor,
change your answer.
No. Yeah,
You
yeah.
already said
But
yes.
part of good planning and foresight is to really look for the more precise
Correct.
number.
Yes,
of,
I'm for foresight.
Yes.
But my question is focused on whether this can be done to generate excess revenues to cover unprogrammed appropriations. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
Your Honor,
yes, please.
because he was looking at me, I feel
Okay.
obliged to say something. It theoretically, yes, it is possible, Your Honor, but I think I would like to continue your thought that the planners also have a mandate as to performing with the best interest of being the experts and the technical experts of the executive.
Yes. Very well said, Madam Solicitor General.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, from what I gathered from the submission of the Solicitor General earlier, the practice is once excess revenue collections have been identified to exist for, let us say, the first quarter, then this excess would already be applied to unprogrammed appropriations, regardless of whether the full amount for programmed appropriations have already been realized. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. So the explanation to us was that, for example, there are certain revenues that may still be collected in the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and therefore has to wait for the timing when the programmed appropriations can be funded. But may I also add to that the advantage of being in the programmed appropriation is after the GAA, it has already the allotment order, which means that the government has actually funded the programmed appropriations, while on the other hand, the uncertainty of the unprogrammed appropriations is based on the fact that then they have to check if there is excess to be certified by the Bureau of Treasury, and they have to obtain the SARO, which are a couple of steps more and uncertain as to the timing.
Okay. I want to go back to your story about the family. Yes, the family budget that you presented
Yes, Your
during
Honor.
the first day of the oral argument. So, using the family budget that you presented during the first oral argument. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, imbis na siguraduhin na may sapat na pondo para sa pagkain at tuition fee at upa ng bahay, dahil lang nagkataon na nanalo sa loto si nanay, gagamitin ang panalong ito sa pamamasyal sa Burnham Park. Kahit hindi tiyak kung may panggastos ang pamilya para sa pagkain, tuition fee at upa sa bahay sa mga susunod na buwan. Hindi ba nangyayari yan sa pamilya?
Yes, Your Honor. The analogy that we tried to include in our opening statement, of course, it reduces the situation into much simpler terms, but we were hoping to highlight the point of what are the regular expenditure that cannot be made dependent on an uncertain trigger versus the list of projects for the family, although important, will not be sure that can be funded, and that is from the perspective at the point of planning or passing the GAA.
Opo, Soljen, ito napakasimpleng senaryo lang. Hindi ba? Si nanay at si tatay parehong may hanap buhay. Ang sweldo nila ang pinagkukunan ng tuition fee ni kuya at ni bunso at mga pagkain at iba pang upa sa bahay. Okay. Yun yung program funds, hindi ba? Si kuya, yung tuition fee niya, nabayaran na ni nanay. Okay. Pero si bunso, wala pa. Hindi pa nababayaran. Then, tumaya sa loto si nanay, nanalo ng 10,000 pesos. Imbis na gastusin niya yun para sa tuition fee ni bunso, namasyal sila sa Burnham Park. Bumaba sila sa terminal ng Victory Liner sa katapat ng Supreme Court. Bumili pa sila ng strawberry jam at saka ubi jam. Okay. Si bunso na-depress. Kasi bakit inuna pa yung pamamasyal? Samantalang yung tuition fee ko hindi pa nababayaran. Ngayon, sabi ni nanay at ni tatay, okay lang bunso kasi alam mo nakaprogram ka sa sweldo namin. Dapat kailangan din nating mamasyal. Anyway, windfall naman to, hindi natin inaasahan. So gastusin natin para ma-enhance yung ating quality of life. Magkaroon tayo ng work-life balance. Pagdating ng susweldo naman kami sa susunod na buwan, pareho silang workers sa pabrika. And then sa susunod na buwan, pareho silang na-lay off kasi nagsara yung pabrika. Wala na ngayon tuition si bunso. Lalo na na-depress si bunso. Tama ba si nanay? Makatarungan ba yung nangyari kay bunso?
Your Honor,
Oo.
maraming salamat po dun sa paglalarawan para medyo kitang-kita po yung punto po natin. Ang akin pong maiisagot, yun pong sa punto de vista po ng executive at saka ng Congress, pagkalabas po ng GAA, funded na po dahil nga programmed siya. Kaya kung matter of time po, baka po yun yung isang issue na kahit na committed yung target dahil baka maaaring hindi magkatotoo, kung pumasok na ang cash, dapat doon na gastahin sa program.
Tama yan.
Opo.
Kaya, ang tingin ko, dapat lahat ng sources of funding iisa lang, one fund. Hindi ba? Bakit pa paghihiwalayin yung appropriated programmed appropriation? Iba yung kanyang panggagalingan. Iba rin yung panggagalingan ng unprogrammed appropriation. Ang gusto lang naman natin dun, ang gusto ng pamahalaan natin ay hiwalay sila para yung limitation para sa program, hindi ko i-apply dito sa unprogrammed. Hindi ba? Tapos, in the end, nakukonfuse tayo kung ano yung priority natin talaga. Inuna pa na talaga yung pamamasyal kesa sa tuition fee ng bata.
Your Honor, in our briefing po, ang merong paliwanag po sa amin ang DBM na aside from when we say, did you fund a project? Our attention was called and said that there are two steps. One is issuing the allocation, the allotment, release order, and the number 2 is the cash. Pagka po dumating na yung cash. At pag po dumating yung cash, meron pa po silang mga
Hindi yan
cash.
GCash. Hindi.
Hindi po. Pwede rin siguro. Yung pong cash, meron din sila pong mga policy dahil ito na po pumapasok na yung fungibility. Kaya maaari pong theoretically na una ring ibigay yung cash kahit na po nauna na yung allotment release order talaga. Pero kung cash ang pag-uusapan na may pumasok, ay baka po mas mailarawan niya ng mas maayos.
Sige nga.
Your Honor. So, tama po yung sabi ni Solgen. So, nag-release kami, DBM, ng SARO, authority appropriation, release order pa lang po yun, wala pong cash yun. Pero yung certification ni BTR is already cash, a windfall already. So, by that time na natanggap ng agency yung SARO, they can contract it out, the project, but not necessarily paying out the cash.
Bakit sinasabi mong windfall?
Yung windfall po galing sa BTR na meron silang excess revenue na. Yung
Excess revenue without quarterly. No? We don't take into consideration the collection for the following quarters.
normally actually ang certification nila would happen towards the latter part of the year. That's actually by experience the certification of excess revenue
So wala bang nai-implement na projects under and program?
sa umpisa.
Sa simula.
Simula. Totoo po yun. That's actually the problem also when there is...
So lahat ito nai-implement lang after the fiscal year?
No. After the certification of BTR, which happens towards the latter part of the year.
Correct.
So,
hindi ba totoo na yung excess ay ina-announce natin o kino-consider natin by the end of each quarter? Hindi ba ganun yon?
Minsan wala pong...
Parang ganun yun.
Walang excess revenue sa first quarter.
Paulit-ulit yung sinasabi kasi, di ba, na per quarter yan eh. Per quarter, hindi yan by the end of the year. There's no problem kung by the end of the year. So, everything is accounted for. Hindi ba? Na talagang meron kang excess. Kasi, napupuno, you already considered, okay, the funds that were not raised, the revenues that were not raised, at least a portion of it during the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. Pero from my understanding, you don't do that. What you do is you determine the excess per quarter.
Your Honor, if I may po.
Yes.
I think your recollection is correct because I think in the first or the second oral session, we were discussing the Araulio versus Aquino, and we were clarifying the concept that was explained in the motion for reconsideration, which is a quarterly report. And then subsequently, so we also asked the Treasury as to what do we have like quarterly targets with regard to the unprogrammed appropriations. And we were made to understand, in fact, so for example, for dividends, that they are going to certify that there is excess if the annual target. So we also thought that it's like a quarterly, but they corrected us in saying that the target, for example, for the dividend, if it's 20 billion, and that's the annual, not the quarterly. If and when it exceeds that, that's the only time that they will certify. We also thought